What's going on, you guys, and welcome to another video. I know it's been a while since I've posted on YouTube, so I'm excited to be back. Today we're gonna be doing a full day of eating. With summer coming up, it's been the #1 request that I've been getting from folks as everyone's getting ready for some vacations or time at the beach or pool. You just saw a quick overview of the morning routine. We started off with about 16 ounces of water with 5 grams of creatine and 1 serving of electrolytes. This is the first thing that I take in the morning before anything else, and typically wait about an hour before taking in any caffeine. Right now it's about 5:11 a.m. and we are getting ready to take in our caffeine for the morning. This is our pre-workout for today's conditioning session. It is a double espresso with a tablespoon of raw honey. This is what I take for my pre-workout every single day, as I always do my conditioning in the morning. So we're gonna take this down, do some foam rolling, mobility, get the body ready for a run today. Based on the air quality, it looks like we're gonna be doing a run on the treadmill today. Over the last couple days, we've had some smoke in the area due to the wildfires in Canada. So if you can see here on the phone, right now we're sitting at moderate for air quality. It's okay, we could probably get away with it, but given my history with asthma and allergies, it just doesn't seem worth it to be outside. So like I said, let's take this down and let's get ready for the run. All right, you guys, we just wrapped up the morning conditioning and core. We're gonna get ready to take down this smoothie. It's roughly 850 calories. I'll go over all of the specific nutrients and macros towards the end of the video. But this morning, we got a 7.04 mile run on the treadmill. Again, still pretty smoky out. We could have gone outside, but for me, with the asthma and allergies, I just don't mess with that. So we got 7.04 miles in 1 hour. That got us at an 8:31 pace, average heart rate 151. A couple beats higher than what I normally would like to see, but we had a pretty big day yesterday. I think we got about 13 and 3/4 of a mile yesterday, plus a strength training session. So I feel like my body's still in recovery mode, but today's session felt pretty good. Legs are feeling light. It's almost 8 o'clock, so we're gonna take this down and get plugged in for work. I've got a bunch of meetings this morning, so we'll pick things back up at lunch. All right, so we have lunch here prepared. Not the most aesthetically pleasing view of it, but it is really good. Okay, so we have 1 cup of jasmine rice, 8 ounces of ground turkey, half an avocado, cup of spinach, and half a cup of cherry tomatoes, and 2 tablespoons of Cholula hot sauce. Actually, I think it's Valentina hot sauce. This is roughly 950 calories. Awesome lunch. Meals are starting to get a little bit bigger throughout the day. I'll have an apple at the end of this, and then we'll get ready for the afternoon shift of work at the coffee shop. What do we have here? Yeah. Oh, baby. Yes. We got the fresh new kicks for the summer. New Balance, 1080s, V12s. Wide always. These are for the road. These shoes fucking rock. Check them out if you haven't checked them out yet. Fresh foam, baby. All right, so we just finished some rock climbing. We are back at the house. We just finished making dinner. But before I jump into that, I forgot to talk about what I have in my PM snack, which is a Builder. We gotta flip that over. A Builder protein bar. I have roughly about 90 minutes before my PM session. When I have hard days on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll couple that with a banana just to get some extra carbs and glucose into the system before a heavy lift session. Today, I'm filming this on a Wednesday, so it's an easier day, which I just do PM rock climbing. But for dinner today, we kept things pretty simple. If you can see right here, here without me dropping everything. We have 9 ounces of a ribeye steak, a whole sweet potato, and then the back half of that avocado from lunch earlier today. I added some tahini on there to get some extra sodium into the system. And then the final thing here, if you haven't tried Olipop, this is a soda alternative. This is probably one of the best drinks that I love to have throughout the week, just to scratch that itch of the sugar craving that I typically get. And also on top of that, because I'm always burning so many calories throughout the day with all of the conditioning and lift that I'm doing, I'll have one of these Uncrustables. They're about like 300 calories or so. And this is just a nice little snack that I give myself at the end of the day. So I'm going to take this down and then let's recap all of the meals, nutrients, and macros so we can kind of look at what the day looks like. All right, so now that we've gotten through a full day of eating, let's take a quick recap of everything we've taken in. We'll look at the different nutrients, macros, and breakdown of each meal from a calorie perspective. So let's start with the first thing in the morning. Before our conditioning session, the only thing we took in was a double espresso with a tablespoon of honey. That was roughly about 30 calories total. I know it's not a lot, but I want to make sure that I'm capturing everything. After our conditioning session, we had our morning smoothie, which was 850 calories. Moving on to lunch, right around 11:30, which is about 4 hours after we had our smoothie, we had the jasmine rice, ground turkey, cherry tomatoes, half an avocado, some hot sauce, and a Honeycrisp apple. That lunch was 951 calories. For our afternoon snack before the rock climbing session, we had the Cliff Builder peanut butter bar, which was roughly 290 calories by itself, and that was taken at about 245. And then for dinner, we had our ribeye steak, we had one sweet potato, and the Uncrustable as a dessert. That totals out to 824 calories. And from a nutrition standpoint, we'll start with carbohydrates. We had 257 carbs throughout the entire day, 222 grams of protein, so fairly high, and 119 grams of fat. One thing to note is that I'm not a registered dietitian, nor saying that this will work for you. This is something that works for me as a hybrid athlete, typically doing 2 sessions a day, 6 days a week. If you're looking for where to start, one of the things that I did to begin with was trying to get 1 gram of protein per body weight. So at 135 pounds, I wanted to make sure that I was taking in at least 135 grams of protein on a daily basis. From a carbs perspective, you can start with your body weight and multiply that by 2.5, and that'll give you how many carbs to take in on a daily basis. From there, you can start to slowly trim down depending on how you feel. I'm currently in a place where I do body weight times 2, and that tells me how many carbs to take in, and I tend to feel really well at that level. So there is no real silver bullet, but what I do recommend is if you do try something, stick with it for 3 to 4 weeks just to see like that consistency and make sure that your body is reacting in the way that you want it to. Key indicator that you're maybe going too hard would be that your performance drops, and that would tell me that you would need to tweak something within your nutrition. So if you think about it, like if you start today, you can tell yourself, I'm giving myself the next 3 months to really test out what works, going on 4 weeks per cycle. I always try to start high with the carbs because that's typically what people are fueling off of. And then if you want to drop down in carbs, you can do that in a slow, systematic way. You can go from 2.5 to your body weight times 2.25 for 2 to 3 weeks. And then you can drop down to your body weight times 2. And then that could be your carb intake for the day. Again, this is what I use as a hybrid athlete. It would be completely different if I was someone that was only doing HIIT workouts on a daily basis, or if I was doing strength training or bodybuilding. It would be a completely different structure. Or if I'm someone that only does 45 minutes of a group fitness class 3 times a week, my diet would be completely different. I'd probably implement something around intermittent fasting, reduce carb intake on the days that I don't train, but that's an entirely different video and an entirely different structure, so I won't get into that. This is simply what I do for conditioning in the morning and PM sessions that bounce between rock climbing and strength training. So there you have it. There is a full day of eating. If you found value in this video, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me more than you know. If you have any questions or concerns, be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and we'll catch you in the next one.